Hey guys, welcome to NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode, episode 27. So, just a quick recap of last week's episode. We traveled to Pocono Raceway in the Truck Series, and Fredo didn't have the strongest runs. Of course, really didn't have a good truck for him. Probably the best truck, but did manage to come away with a solid finish. Did finish the race with a 16th place finish, so not great, but certainly a lot better than the DNF he had the first try at Pocono. Then we head off to, I have to look. I can't even remember where we went now. So we'll have to look and see where we went. Oh yeah, we went to Texas, the short track, and Fredo once again dominated in that race. Unfortunately, got tangled up with a lap car. He did spin out, so he made things a little more exciting than he really needed to. But still came away with the win in that race. And then finally, we returned with the Truck Series to Kentucky Speedway, and Fredo absolutely did the business. The crew played a little pit strategy, got him out towards the front. Fredo led some laps and come away with a very strong second place finish. Didn't have quite enough time to run down Austin Hill, but still a very good, strong finish. And that has made the points really, really tight. So let's take a look and see where Fredo's at in the points right now. So we're going to switch to the Truck Series. Right now, Grant Enfinger has a commanding lead in the regular season. Unless he just has an absolute meltdown, he's going to probably win the regular season championship. I mean, he's almost 50 points ahead of Ben Rhodes. I mean, he's 47 points, I think is how that is. So, yeah, I mean, unless Enfinger just has an absolute meltdown, he's going to be the regular season champion. But things are pretty tight behind him. Ben Rhodes in second, and our boy Fredo McGill moves up to third. He's only 4 points behind Ben Rhodes, so maybe we can get him a runner-up spot in the points here. Ross Chastain moves into the fourth spot. Johnny Sauter, recent winner, is in fifth place. Stuart Friesen in sixth. Todd Gilliland in seventh. And you see Austin Hill right down there with a win. That vaults him into a tie with Fredo, Johnny Sauter, and Grant Enfinger should the chase start now. So, and then things get really interesting. You notice Zane Smith and Christian Eckes here in 9th and 10th. Well, check out behind him here. Sheldon Creed's only 5 points behind Christian Eckes to get in the chase. So he's very much alive. He does not really have to have a win to get in. So one slip up by either Zane Smith or Christian Eckes could vault Sheldon Creed into the top 10. A little more difficult for Natalie Decker. Still not impossible. It's a 12-point lead, or 12-point deficit to 10th place. So she could still get in on points. Same with Matt Crafton. Riley Herbst probably just barely on the outside looking in as far as points are concerned. But you start getting around where Riley Herbst is, you're talking about these guys need a win to get in. Jordan Anderson doesn't need to worry about that. He's locked into the chase, provided he can stay in the top 20 in points. But yeah, everybody except for everybody from Austin Wayne's, from Riley Herbst back, with the exception of Jordan Anderson, they all need a win to get in. Ty Majeski, he needs to get in the top 20 and win the race. So, and he's almost 40 points behind. He's 38 points behind. So, yeah, he's got to make up a ton of points, and he's got to win a race to get in. Even if he wins this upcoming truck race, but has a bad race, the win won't count. So, yeah, he needs to make up a ton of points. Spencer Boyd, same thing, needs to make up a ton of points. And then we get back here, and these guys are pretty much all mathematically eliminated. So, yeah, that's kind of a quick look at that. Now let's flip over to the Dirt Tour Series race. And my goodness, looky here. Fredo Magino has a points lead over Mark Hunter. Only 2 points ahead of Mark Hunter. So Fredo's not in a comfortable position as far as the regular season championship in that series. Even Caleb Stevenson is lurking pretty close behind. A little more of a tall order for Bobby Carter and Tony Stewart to get the regular season championship, especially after Stewart had that rollover at Bristol. That didn't help him none. So we'll go on down here, take a look. There's Cody Brock, the last driver as far as points are concerned, to get into the chase. 6 points behind for Hugh Ackerman, so he's very much alive to get in. Same with Eric Wright, who's tied for 9th. So these two are very much alive to get into the chase. Anthony Norton, same thing, just 1 point. Just 7 points out 10th. 11 points for Alan Anderson. So we got a really tight battle going on here. It's really not until you get, let's see, you got to be in the top 15 in this series to qualify for the chase, as far as your wins counting to getting in the chase. So, yeah, guys like Danny Hoffman need to make up some points and win a race. Ryan Foster needs to make up a lot of points and win a race. And then, you know, it pretty much goes downhill from there, and these guys are pretty much eliminated. So, okay. So, with that said, we are heading to the Jefferson Road Course for the Nationwide 25. So, yeah, this is not one of Fredo's strongest tracks. Maybe somebody can sneak in and get a win to get in the chase. Maybe Fredo can find his way to get in a good finish and maybe keep the wins coming. So, without further ado, let's head to Jefferson and see what happens. All right, guys, here we are ready to qualify the Jefferson Road Course. So, we made some changes to Fredo's car, put a rear sway bar in it, see what would happen. Also made some changes to the rear shocks. So we'll see what these changes do for Fredo's car here. So yeah, like I said, this has not been one of Fredo's best tracks. So hopefully we can change that. Maybe get a good car up under Fredo. So we'll see how things kind of plays out here. We'll come down this paved straightaway here and just go screaming down through there. Oh yeah, 160 miles an hour, hard on the brakes, slaughter sideways, and there you go. We're headed to the green flag in the qualifying run. And here we go to the qualifying lap. So let's see what Fredo's got. So yeah, we'll just fly around this corner here. Fredo overdrove it just a little bit. But hopefully that won't be too big of a problem here. So, you know, I know we said that this might be Fredo's swan song season. However, we did elect to sell our team to a new team. So, and Fredo's going to be the driver of that new team. He'll take over the 7 car. So yeah, so we'll see what Fredo does for his new surroundings and this new partnership we've got going on. And Fredo's going to have a couple of teammates too this time around. So we'll see if Fredo can play nice and not anger his teammates that much. Okay, that was a bad corner. But we'll see where Fredo qualifies. Minute 15. Qualifies 11th. If he hadn't slammed the wall, we could have probably had a pretty decent qualifying run. So, okay, let's take a look at the starters. Bobby Carter qualifies on the pole. Mark Hunter qualifies second. Justin Jones, a couple of guys there I mentioned, need to have good runs and need a win to get in. So, yeah, so far they're doing their job starting up front. Hugh Ackerman starts 4th. Cody Brock starts 5th. A lot of guys there need a win to get in. So yeah, we'll scroll on down. There's Fredo just barely missing the top 10. Tony Stewart with a really bad qualifying run. My. Not a good showing for Stewart. The only other driver to win, Lula Cobb, on Vice 14, she needs to get things in gear and gear herself into the points, or her win's not going to count. So yeah, we'll scroll on down, and Randy Davis rounds out your field. So yeah, let's see what happens and see if somebody can lock themselves into the chase. Let's head to the race.
To the green, driver.
All right, Fredo, it's time to do a little dirt road course racing. Let's see if anybody can get themselves into the chase. We're underway at Jefferson. So, yeah, it's going to be difficult for Fredo to pull off a win. Just because he's not really a known road course racer that much, especially dirt. This hasn't been one of his strongest tracks. So, yeah, really, Fredo just needs a good, solid day. Just keep the second place in points driver Mark Hunter in his sights. And just be patient, be steady. So Fredo's moved up to 8th. He's certainly doing a lot better than in previous races here. Like I said, not too good of finishes at this track. Oh boy, Fredo drove in there a little too deep. That thankfully there wasn't anybody close to Fredo that could steal a spot from him there. But yeah, he doesn't need to be doing stuff like that. And he doesn't need to do that either. We just took out the 4 car. Oh dear. Okay, well, unfortunately we did a bunch of damage. Now we're going to have to pit. So yeah, Fredo's got his car repaired. He's all the way back in dead last. So yeah, Fredo's got his work cut out for him now. And we got 2 laps to go, so this is not good right here. So Fredo just needs to be patient. This is a long course, so Fredo does have time to get back up towards the front, provided he doesn't overdrive the car. But he's coming to the front. He's back up to 14th. So just needs to not be crazy and overdrive the car here. Took 13th place, so he's coming back to the front, and that stacked everybody back up. So this is a whole new ball game as far as this race is concerned. Somebody's probably going to get their first win of the season. So yeah, like I said, Fredo just needs to not be crazy and just keep the 77 in his sights. And the 27 is leading the race right now. Oh my. Okay, we just took out a car and the race finished under yellows. So that means the 27 car most likely has won this race, and Fredo comes out with a 9th place finish. It wasn't pretty, but hey, it's better than what he's been running in the past. So yeah. Alright, taking a look at our finishers. Justin Jones wins the race. Probably puts himself in the chase too. Tony Stewart roars all the way up to 2nd place. Mark Hunter finishes 3rd. Bobby Carter finishes 3rd. 5th is Roy Wood. We'll scroll on down there. Fredo Bangino has a good finish but loses some points to Mark Hunter. We'll take a look and see what the points look like here in a little bit. But there's some guys here. They're in deep trouble as far as making the chase. Some of these guys may have just mathematically eliminated themselves. So we'll scroll on down. Kelly Cates rounds out the field. Now let's take a look at the points. All right, well, as expected, Mark Hunter retakes the points lead, 4 points ahead of Fredo Bangino. Caleb Stevenson vaults himself up to 3rd. Tony Stewart in 4th, and Bobby Carter rounds out the top 5. Now you see Justin Jones there, the winner of the race. He's at 9th, but that win puts him in the chase for now. So he's got to stay in the top 15 points. And look at this mess that's around here. We got 1, 2, 3, if you throw out Justin Jones, 4, 5. We got 6 guys that are battling for points positions in the chase, with only a couple races remaining. I mean, it's going to get insane. Even Anthony Norton's not completely out of it as far as points are concerned. But you get back here, 14th, 15th, these guys not only need to win, they need to stay in the top 15 points. So yeah, these guys are going to have some help and to win. So, and then you see Bobby Williams, who, by the way, is going to get replaced by Fredo Bengino IV in the 7 car next season. So we're going to see how Fredo does with a not so top tier team next season. But we'll explain more on that later. So let's head to the next race and see where we're going. Alright, looks like we're headed back to the Truck Series for the Eldora Dirt Derby. Now, if you remember the last time we were here, Fredo was absolutely dominating this race, and then something happened to the truck, and he crashed and finished dead last with a DNF. But I'm telling you what, he's got a real shot to win this race. We may have to kind of alter the setup on the truck just a little bit, and he may have to be a little more careful. But yeah, I think we got a great shot to put Fredo back in victory lane again at the dirt track. So what do you say without further... Oh, almost forgot. We also got 2 races left until the playoffs. So let's take a look once again at the season standings. Now you see Fredo Bengino in 3rd place and Grant Enfinger in 4th, or in the points lead. Sorry, Enfinger's got to have an absolute meltdown. He's got to have a horrible race this race and a horrible race in Michigan in order to not win the regular season championship. And Fredo's got to win at least Eldora, and then he's going to have to at least finish ahead of Ben Rose at the next track here. So yeah, Michigan. So yeah, Enfinger's got to have a meltdown. Fredo's got to win at least one of the races and finish ahead of Ben Rhodes to get the regular season points championship, if you will. So yeah, it's a tall order. Not saying it's impossible, but right now Grant Enfinger's in the catbird seat. If he just finishes in the top 15 in the last 2 races, he's the regular season champion, no matter what Fredo does or Ben Rhodes. So Grant Enfinger has just got to have an absolute meltdown. So we'll switch to the playoff grid and check out where everybody's at. So you see Ben Rhodes, Ross Chastain, Stuart Friesen, Zane Smith would actually be the last driver in. So you see the needs points. Actually, it's Christian Eckes, Sheldon Creed, and Allie Decker, Matt Crafton all need points to get in, or a win. A win would be huge, especially for Decker and Crafton. Ty Majeski, 101 points behind. Even if he wins both races, he's done. Very unfortunate. He's done for the season from the looks of it. But the you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers all battling for the final transfer spot. Stuart Friesen could possibly fall out with a couple bad races, but it's not looking likely. So yeah, it's between these 5 drivers you see here: Zane Smith, Christian Eckes, Sheldon Creed, Natalie Decker, and Matt Crafton, all battling for 10th place and the final transfer spot in the chase. So what do you say we head to Eldora, and we'll see if they can shake things up. All right, Fredo, it's time to qualify at Eldora. So Fredo did miss out on the pole here. Hopefully he'll get things together and get a good finish out of the deal. We'll see what happens. So yeah, Fredo's gonna bail off turn 4 here, and here we go for the qualifying round. Fredo's been pretty strong at this track. Like I said, just needs to get it together and not crash out of the race here. And we'll see where he qualifies at 2089, and he qualifies 9th. Not a bad qualifying effort. So yeah. So let's see where everybody starts at. So Tate Fogelman gets the pole. Grant Enfinger starts 2nd. Tanner Gray starts 3rd. Austin Wayne Self is 4th, and Sheldon Creed qualifies 5th. So yeah, we'll scroll on down here. Christian Eckes starts 7th. He needs to make up some points and make up a lot of points. 8th place Riley Herbst there needs to make up points and get in. So yeah, a lot of these guys here need points or a win. So we'll scroll on down here. And Jordan Anderson with a really bad qualifying run. Good thing he has that win or he'd be in danger. Rafael Lazar rounds out your field in 30 seconds. So let's head to the race and see if Fredo can pull off a win. Alrighty, Fredo, it's time to do a little dirt track race and see if we can make some inroads on that huge points lead Grant Enfinger has. Because he's got to like not finish the last 2 races, and Fredo's got to win a lot. So yeah, Fredo's got to get it done. We're underway at Eldora. So yeah, I would say like the likelihood of Fredo getting the regular season championship is pretty much over now. But he can still get 2nd points. Provided Fredo doesn't crash out of the race again. We don't need bad stuff to happen during this race. So Fredo's working on 4th place, takes 4th away from the 02 truck. And we're going to pass Grant Enfinger and maybe Zane Smith. He made it 3 wide there for a little bit. Oh no!
That's an amazing finish.
Fredo just got right hooked into the wall. Two races at Eldora and back-to-back DNS. Woo! This race does not like Fredo. Okay, well, let's take a look and see where everybody finishes. And it's not going to show us the running order, so. Okay, well, that's rather unfortunate. We got absolutely taken out in that race. Ben Rose, it's ridiculous. Everybody loves Fredo Magnino IV. Nobody has anything mean to say at all. Hashtag that's crazy. Yeah, it is, isn't it? But we do have some enemies. We probably got one more now, despite the fact that it wasn't even our fault. It wasn't even Fredo's fault that he crashed. But hey, whatever. Oh look, we're staying in the truck series. And guess what? That's going to be the regular season finale, so let's take a look and see where the points are. So Grant Enfinger, the guy's got an 80-point lead. He's locked. He's the regular season champion. Nobody's catching him. Ben Rhodes is 2nd. And look at this. We have a 3-way tie for 2nd place, and Fredo is only 10 points behind. That is insane. So we've got a really tight battle for the runner-up spot here in the regular season. Johnny Sauter is 6th in the regular season. Todd Gillen 7th. 8th is Zane Smith in the regular season. 9th is Christian Eckes. And Austin Hill, with those 3 wins, is 10th in the regular season. Now let's switch to the playoff grid and see what happens. So, we got this 3-way battle for 7th place. Zane Smith is back here about 29, 27 points behind, my bad. Or, let's see, 33 points, my bad, my math's off. So yeah, 33 points behind. Christian Eckes is only 6 points behind. Riley Herbst is 36. Basically, Christian Eckes is the only guy that can get in on points. All those other guys you see on the right side of your screen all need a win in this last race. So it's going to be crazy. So that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you for the for the regular season finale race of the Truck Series in the next episode. So yeah, that's going to be a wild one. So we'll see. We'll see who gets in the chase and who's out for the season. Catch you next time. Bye for now.